Hey everyone, it is Kaylin Cherry and I'm doing video number 6 in the series The Silver Lining of Grief. And I took today to do the video because something really came to mind as I was driving. It's a gorgeous day here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in the middle of February. It's about 60 degrees. And I was driving along by myself, which doesn't happen often with kids, and I caught myself singing and having fun, and it brought me back immediately to a day probably about 3 or 4 weeks after my dad passed away, maybe longer than that. I really hadn't felt joyful when I was by myself at all. I mean, you put on a good front when you're with others, but truthfully, for a while when you're by yourself, you're just kind of you're just down. So it was a beautiful day. My dad passed away in April, so you have to think this was probably beginning of May. Beautiful day. I was driving down Route 19 in McMurray, and a song came on the radio that I really loved, and I started singing, and I stopped in the middle of singing and just broke down into tears. And I think this is something important to acknowledge, that many of us, when we start to feel a little bit better, we immediately feel really guilty for doing that, and we stop and we're like, oh my gosh, I was just happy for a second. I'm not supposed to be happy. I have to be upset. I have to be crying. Like, I shouldn't be singing and having a good time. My dad just passed away. But really, I think that the silver lining is that you should feel happy. You should celebrate what you knew about that person, and try to be a little bit empathetic in that, like, reverse the roles. If you were the person up in heaven watching down, wouldn't you want the people you love to be happy and to be singing in their car on a beautiful sunny day? Yeah, I sure would. I wouldn't want my loved ones to be crying. So I want to acknowledge that everybody, I think it's normal for everybody to go through that feeling, those feelings of, I can't be happy, I'm not supposed to be happy. And I think that you should embrace it when you get those little rare moments, because really at the beginning, they are rare when you feel really happy and you're able to sing in your car with your windows down and look like an idiot like I do. So the silver lining of the message today is to, when you get those little moments of happiness at the beginning of your grief journey, and even throughout your grief journey, to hold on to them and be happy that they're there. And truthfully, it's probably your loved one shining a little extra sun down on you and saying, hey, I love you, I'm still here. So I hope you're having a great Sunday, and I hope you get out there in the sunshine and let it soak up and let it make you feel good today. Take care.